So if you've been following along, you'll remember Jamie and I put these beams in. It's probably been 6 weeks ago now. We've been on hold that long waiting for the structural engineering and plans and permits. But because some of the roof from the addition is going to come over here so that we have proper watershed between the two buildings, these gotta come out. They're not quite beefy enough. I'm gonna be able to reuse them so they won't be wasted. We only lost the time putting them up, which was only a couple days, but it's a little frustrating because now it's going to take me a couple days more to put back in new beams. So I'm taking these out and then we'll get the new bigger beams up in here. So now that we've got permits to do the addition, this old building here has to come down, and the weatherhead, which is that part up there, comes down to the meter, and I need to remove that. This is only a 100 amp service, which is not quite enough to run the equipment I use in the garage, because I usually run a nice big heater and a big compressor and my CNC machine. So what we're going to be doing today is we're moving that off of this part of the house, and we're moving it up over on this side of the house here. Battery's getting tired. It's a lot of effort. Gerald, let me know when you see something. I hit something.
Yep.
I'm bottomed out right there. All right, so the weatherhead is now wired in. What the city will do is they'll come in and connect their power line that's running to the back of the house, and they'll bring that over to here and down to the new box, and then I'll be live. What I'm gonna do, I've got to anchor it on the wall here. I've got to finish setting up the ground pin down here, and then I've also got to hook up a GFCI outlet here so that I have work access, because as soon as we disconnect the other one, the power I've been using in the house will be gone. So this is the real fun, exciting part, and it might seem kind of like it's a little bit mundane. So while this seems a little tedious, this is actually really exciting for us, because once we get this electrical put in, I can now rewire the whole house now that this is going to be moved, and update it so that it's current instead of being old knob and tube wiring like we had before in the house. So this ground rod here is that big post you saw me hammering in, and what I'm doing here is I've got another ground rod about 8 feet, 9 feet over that way, and I've just connected them. This is the grounding wire that comes from my box. I've got to leave these out and exposed until they're inspected, and then once they're inspected, I can drive them all the way down into the ground and bury the grounding wire. As the homeowner, you are okay to do your own electrical work, but I would highly recommend, if you are not certified or really know what you're doing and have a lot of experience, that you get a certified electrician to do the work for you, because you do not want to mess around with electricity. This is not hooked into any power, and it's all going to get inspected before I turn it on. So I'm pretty comfortable just wiring in this outlet. It's fairly basic. But before you go doing anything on your house, you also need to have permits. I have a permit to be doing this from the city, and as the homeowner, I'm able to do my own work, and it will still need to pass inspection and be to code. All right, we've got Eliza over here learning how, here, use both hands so you don't strip the screw out, learning how to do some electrical. Like I said, this box is completely dead. It's not even hooked into the main power line from the city, so I feel pretty comfortable having her help me out here and learn a few things.
That good?
Nope, you want it to be all the way snug down.
Oh.
So pull it all the way down until it's flush. Okay, then we need to get this one started now that all the wires are tucked back there nice and neat. Okay, go ahead and hit that one, but go slow. Just barely pull on the trigger. Till it's all the way flush. It'll sit flat. Push hard. Push hard so you don't slip out. You don't want to strip. Nope, you're not pushing hard. Push hard.
On this?
Yeah, like lean into it. There you go. That's good right there. Okay, now to wire the top breaker. Because we've got a breaker in there now. See? Okay. All right, put that screw in there on the bottom. That's a slotted screw. You got the screwdriver?
Yep.
Oh, other way. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Jack could tell you that. All right, so this is a double 20 amp breaker, and this one here has this GFCI outlet hooked to it. So we're gonna write right here, outside GFCI below box, or west GFCI.
Okay.
We'll probably do that. The west GFCI, that's less to write. Can you go grab me a pen? There's one in by my, it's by the saw on the table. Done. So this is the old edition that we are kind of working on cleaning out. I've been using it for miscellaneous things that we're keeping from the house and spare tools and stuff, and it's all coming down. We've got snow coming in about 8 days on the forecast, so we want to get this down and poured and all of that stuff done in like 8 days, so we gotta go. These...
I was gonna put them in a bag so they're not floating around.
Okay, probably double bag it.
But there's this other bag here. I don't know what's going on with that situation. I don't think we're gonna do anything about that. What about you?
I was getting ready to close this floor up real quick while you were gone, and I forgot I've got to put some supports in there.
Will you grab that? I'll take this door heavy. I'll take this out and I'll just put it up against that fence on that side where we're not gonna get to it. Alright, so some of these doors have doorknobs. That one can go to the shop, it doesn't have a knob.
Okay.
But I'm wondering, like, this is too short to put in our house.
Yeah,
right?
that was down in the basement, and it's like I can't even walk through the threshold on that without ducking.
Okay, so we'll just take these all to the shop. Alright, can I lift this or is it too heavy for me to lift with you? Yeah, no. That'll have to be a you and Harrington job.
Yeah, we'll move that tonight when he gets home.
So in true fashion, I have furniture hoarded everywhere. These 4 chairs and this rocking chair will eventually go in the farmhouse, but for now, I'm gonna load them up and put them for safekeeping in the shop basement. That way nothing happens to them while we're getting the house built.
We've also been using this little side area to store the appliances we bought before we even started demo on the house.
Cart before the horse, for sure. I don't know why we thought we needed all these appliances before we even got started. But
You were excited. You wanted to buy appliances. You were super, super excited about it.
and bought them, we did. They've been sitting here since July.
Well, we got a good deal, so I can't complain.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is the Riyadh subway tile that we're using on the backsplash in the kitchen.
Let's see how pretty it is. So it's actually marble and it has slight gray veining in it. And this is gonna go from the kitchen countertop all the way up to the ceiling because we won't have any cabinets on that back wall, just open shelving. All right, so I found this little angel that's been hanging in this addition. We need all the angels we can get, so I'm gonna put this in the old house.
The space is just about cleared up. We're just trying to save this beloved cast iron tub. And I think since it needs to be reporcelained anyway, we will just drag it out into the backyard where it will live and get rained on and snowed on for a couple months till we can get to it. a second.
What?
Alright, you hold their end up over there so it's tilted. No,
Okay.
just right here on this corner. It's tilted like that.
Oh, that's squeaky. All right, is that where it's gonna live?
For a minute, I might move it again, but not today. Okay, so things are moving pretty rapidly now. We've got some of the structural upgrades done. We're working on getting the electrical put in, and we are ready to start demolition on the old addition.
Today was moving day, getting everything that we have been storing in the addition out, which was a little bit of work. The only thing left is the appliances. We'll get that done later. And then tomorrow, Seb's gonna start tearing stuff down and the electrical box is getting moved. The next farmhouse video is gonna be all about demo. Make sure you guys are hitting up JamiRayVintage.com for all your DIY product needs. It helps us out, helps support our channel and our farmhouse renovation. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Hit the subscribe button.